a great big hey, howdy, hey, and all my goofy goobers out there. Welcome back to Animanic Commentaries with C.Auzi+D.Fanatic.
And C.Auzi+D.Fanatic.
And tonight we're going to be howling at the moon, because there is no home like the one you got. That home belongs to you here on the open road. That was a different movie. Bolt.
I was about to say.
They do hop a lot of vehicles in this movie, like intentionally or otherwise. Homeward bound, but they don't have to walk the whole way, basically. And one of them thinks he's and one of them's just an actor in a TV show, but he thinks he's a superhero. And that was a selling point of the movie. That was one of the big things. Like, hey, what if Buzz Lightyear was a dog? No, they didn't phrase it like that, but that kind of is what this is. But another selling point, John Travolta and Miley Cyrus, like, hello.
Yeah.
It's like we got one Disney Channel star and one just stellar actor who's been in a lot of things.
One singing legend, and yet they don't sing except in the end.
That is true.
Credits.
The only credit for these two singing is the end credits song. They don't even sing the one song that I just quoted in the movie. Not on the open road. It's the barking at the moon. Not howling at the moon, barking at the moon. God damn it. Discord, I'm barking at the moon. Anyway,
I did wonder why you were saying that.
Anyway, so yeah, and as far as Disney animated features go, this is definitely the first one that they've done that has pretty much Pixar quality graphics. I mean, technically you could probably say the same of Dinosaur, but this one really fits, like, it's an animated character in the animated world and it's all very congruous. It all fits, the hair textures look great, the lighting is probably the best it's been, like, you know, in any of Disney's solo CG features. But again, like, John Lasseter is a producer, and you know, they've got the Pixar's help from in the last movie. And it's a real step up from Chicken Little and Meet the Robinsons, both having very simple, flat, cartoonish lighting and very simple, cartoonish, like, over-the-top characters and world designs. Now this one has more typical Disney fare. Even having Chris Sanders do designs. I do remember seeing concept art of Bolt, and he looked very cute. And I think the CG one doesn't fully, properly, accurately represent Chris Sanders' style, but it does make Bolt look about as cute. So it's like, so at least they got that aspect right. So, but Mittens basically looks exactly like her concept art. And for everybody who doesn't know this movie, these all sound like just random words. Homeward Bound meets The Truman Show. Huffington, you got that right. That's exactly what this is. So I don't think we need to prolong it. Everybody grab your copy of Bolt, available on Disney Plus and Home Media. All logos match. And we'll go ahead and start the stream in 3, 2, 1, go.
You didn't let me talk about this before we started, but
sorry.
I've only seen this movie like twice. In full, like twice.
You know, I haven't seen it a lot either. Yeah.
And there's really only one thing I have to say about this, and it's gonna be pretty weird, but it'll come up in like the first 10 minutes.
No, I think that makes sense. There's a lot of odd stuff that happens, and I mean, they had to set up the conceit of this whole story.
No, I mean, the only thing I have to say about this movie is not what you think it's gonna be.
No, that is true. It definitely does. Like Huffington Guy said, it really throws a curveball at you out the gate, where it's like, I mean, even in the Truman Show, you don't know it's a TV show yet. Like, everything seems to be played. Okay, but we'll get there when we get there. This is such an adorable way to introduce characters with very, very little dialogue. We're at an animal store, pet shelter.
I mean, we've done it with like Lady in the Tramp. Well, not pet shelter, but you know, like puppy version.
Oh,
we've done it with Lady in the Tramp. We've done it with Oliver and Company.
That's true.
It's a classic way to open a Disney movie involving animals.
Yep.
Also, Fluffy Puppy.
Like I said, they really nailed it on the hair.
So much like Tibby in that way. My Siberian Husky. You know what I mean, honey. You know, you've seen him.
I do. One difference I'd definitely say is Tibby's bright blue eyes, just brilliant blue, just nice silvery color.
Yeah, and you know, he's already shown out the bat that he's a very different dog.
Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this, right?
Oh.
Like, right here.
He's...
And this music, it's like, you hear this and you associate it with this scene, and what's great is that you can then listen to the music and hear the story beats. Like, the score for this movie is actually super excellent. I don't think we talked about that a lot in this, mostly because a lot of the musicals tend to have...
Okay, she had that tag ready very, very fast.
Maybe she was coming here specifically to adopt a dog, and so she already knew, I'm gonna name him Bolt, and he's gonna be my good boy. Bolt even works as a girl's name, too. And here we go.
You know, my brother rented the video game version of this, and it was pretty much the world of where we are.
Yeah. There's like, you see this, and if you saw this was a Disney advertisement, like, when you see the animation, like, and you hear like the standard trailer dialogue you have, it's like they go with this like very overblown, melodramatic, very intense action movie vibe, and it's like, and then they spoil the twist in the trailer, obviously, because like, it's like nobody would take this seriously as a Disney movie, so they had to be like, no, don't worry, this isn't what the movie's actually gonna be like. We already know, we already remember what happened last time we tried doing something remotely this epic, so it's like, we're scaling back, we're doing it for comedy's sake. And this is really...
Yeah, they are
really
essentially
funny.
doing a Truman Show thing with this.
Yeah, it's very funny. Like, the conceit is so absurd. I never noticed the cat tattoo on the back of that bald guy's head. The villain is literally Calico.
I think this would have made a cool movie, though.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, this would have been pretty badass. But again, Disney did not see much success with... Yeah, kitty.
Why are kitties always with the bad guys?
I think what Calico said pretty much answered it. Calico, he said, "I'm irked." Cats are often very irked. They're It's like Thunderbolt from see, Thunderbolt from 101 Dalmatians, Patch's London Adventure. He knew he was a TV actor, right?
Yeah.
Like, he soaked up the spotlight. He loved every minute of it.
That was Patch who didn't get that it was just a TV show.
Was the one, yeah, Patch was the one who was like, oh, I saw him on the TV, and like news happens, Tiger Beat, and then Dog Fancy. Like, it's little things like that. Those are really cute jokes. And we don't really get cartoon from this movie at all. Again, definitely more akin to things like 101 Dalmatians.
I do like how they made it a girl and her dog rather than the usual boy and his dog thing they do with these.
Well, I mean, you do that, you get to have Miley Cyrus in your movie, so.
That too.
So, kill the dog. And
I'd like to know how they pulled that off, actually. Like, did you see that look of surprise on Bolt there?
No, I've always read it as like he looked very pleased with himself. It's like, yep, works every time.
But seriously, those eyes.
I think I know how they pull it off, because I think it's a kind of a trick they would actually use in movies. Now I don't know how they're Okay, I think they're pulling it off with like wires.
I should have known. What? Really? I should have known. Sorry.
It must be something. It must be something from a. It must be something from an episode we missed, or maybe there's something like about like cats in that location or something. I don't know. But like, no, it's like they would have pulled that off by having like a trick like So you know, like a door stopper. You know, like one of those little fold-up door stoppers that are attached to the door. Okay, now just imagine
some fast scooter.
Yeah, now just imagine having. Nice. Now imagine having one of those door stoppers just in the front of the car, and then boom, it just launches, it just flattens itself on the ground, and then boom, the car flips over. Or at least something like a little more sturdy than that, but the same principle, you know? Zoom, zoom indeed. And you're hard-pressed for helping me figure out how this happens. Treadmill? I don't know. Maybe the dog thinks he's going faster and they use special effects afterward. This, like, you know.
Maybe they slow everything down. Maybe they slow everything else down.
And can you imagine, though, this show's gotta be... This TV show has gotta be so expensive. Like, they film everything in one take just so the dog is convinced that everything is real.
Freaking soundstage, too.
Yeah, that skybox is looking really good. Like... very much revealed later that a lot of that sky is a matte painting, and it has to be, otherwise it would just be like a green screen, and the dog would be like, what the fuck's going on here? But, you know, there could also be the
she has a very fast scooter, by the way.
Scooter is souped.
Yeah, I don't know. Even in this fictional world, she's pretty capable, too.
Oh, yeah, no, like... The only thing that really helps is that the dog has superpowers.
Yeah, but no, the way that she just dodged that electric shock was...
Yeah.
Clever.
I think they robbed that shot from Kim Possible. Only instead of it being a bomb in, like, a dog's mouth, it was... yeah, everyone knows how that works. They just have, like... lasers as special. They have lasers as special effects added in later, and everything just melts in front of bolts. I mean, they actually prove as much later that the lasers are post-processing. But yeah, no, like Kim Possible, she has this whole bit where she's on like a snowmobile, and there's a bomb attached to it, and then she jumps off of it, flips upside down, and then like. And that shot is in the intro every time, and you see the timer on the little dynamite thing, and it's like, yeah, that's a shot you never forget. That's also a shot you never forget. That's a good shot. and then they do the groundbreaking. Why was that a trend in 2000s movies, especially action movies, of like just showing the same super badass shot like 3 times or like multiple times from different angles?
Considering they're doing it from the time of what the action movies look like, that was definitely done on purpose.
Though I will also put it
funny.
in the... Yeah, that's a pretty good gag. But it also just adds to that stormtrooper vibe of how incompetent these faceless goons are. To emphasize it, sure, and also, like, with this show as expensive as it is, they would definitely, like, everything where they do with, like, the ground shaking, or, like, I-beams melting things, all has to be physically done in front of the... This show is expensive! Unreasonably expensive.
I'm amazed there haven't been more injuries on set.
I'll probably assume that they do like they probably do a dry run where they run half of the special effects, like drop the car, hit your mark, without the dog, but then they do all like the ground shattering special effects when the dog is on set. You know, like they do a dry run to make sure everybody knows where to hit their marks for the stunts and whatnot. And the guy was breathing there. It was like, yeah, it's just... They just really pulled up on everything. They even have a little figurine of Bolt. That's how popular this damn show is, I suppose. It's camera 14, crane A, crane B. It just... Child labor laws. Yeah. She could only be on set for a limited time, so yeah. Do a dry run. Yeah. I love that guy just sheepishly. I mean, this boom mic is basically the spotlight in the opening of the Truman Show, and it just crashes onto the street. It's like, yeah. This guy is insane.
He's a pure sociopath here with
This
his
guy
directing.
is very weird. This director is a method actor himself. He's just so... Just listening to his whole rant here. His whole ethos. What a fucking ham. And the way they animate him and his bug eyes just in his design is just, yeah, absolutely weird. God. What did I just say? They hit their marks. They do a dry run with, like, let's drop the cars. It's like, and that's our dry run.
It's just the disrespect.
Yeah, like, she could have everyone in this room fired. And she says as much, like, after she explains why. It's like, being in any... So, like, it's so interesting.
18 to 35-year-olds.
I mean, what's the show's demographic? Again, this is executive nonsense, and making the Topeka. My toe is hot. Pick it. There's a hot toe picker. Yeah, and it's like, you see this, like, television? Or, like, any industry? Like, Chris Sanders got ousted from this movie, and then he went to DreamWorks and made the most awesome dragon movie ever. And it's like, more cliffhangers, damn it. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, yeah, and I gotta imagine that being in the entertainment industry is a really thankless job, just in general.
And you pretty much... He's pretty much traumatized his dog for life now.
Look at this. I mean, Truman also got really upset when he started realizing something was really fucking off. But this dog is behaving like a dog. It's like, if a dog had superpowers and his girl was in danger, this is how he would act, because this is how protective animals behave. They get very defensive, they bare their teeth, they growl at, like, any threat. It's like, yeah, no, it's like, they very much captured... Just look at how upset he is knowing that phone buzzing means that she has to go out there on her own, and just how dangerous that must be. And it's like, yeah.
Look at the fluffy puppy.
This poor dog.
He's such a fluffy puppy. Please stay with Fluffy Puffy.
Yeah.
This is not This is not good.
No.
For the dog.
It's not
good for any kind of creature.
No.
Human, dog, whatever.
Yeah. It's like...
It's not good. And this guy, too.
This guy, along with, like, the director, are two of the, like... At least this guy's not a real weirdo like the director is. He's just a scummy executive. You know, you say he's Hades from Once Upon a Time, and I'm just seeing the character's design here, and it's like, yeah, this guy in this world could play Hades just looking at him, you know?
He actually does kind of look like that in real life. If we're talking about Hades from Once Upon a Time.
It's that thing where, like, they design a character, and, like, when the actor comes in, they'll sometimes, like, subtly change the design to match the actor. And it's like this guy the character
is not a good agent.
No.
And this is sad. Right.
Yeah.
What?
Even the mom's weirded
Even the mom's... Okay, also the mom doesn't get to spend any time with Bolt. Have we thought about that?
Yeah, like, does she spend any time? Great
Because
Delilah is
in
the
this
mother.
whole thing, Penny has a dad who's not really her dad.
Yeah, that's true. That actor also doesn't show up in a lot of scenes. Like, he was in the opening teaser shit, and then, like, the one scene where Calico's holding him hostage.
Fuzzy kitties.
Yeah.
Little fuzzy cat. Little fuzzy fudgy cat.
Big flomfer. Looks like fucking tartar sauce. Yeah, I love this whole bit. I find it so interesting. He actually says, like, you have chosen a path of evil. So he doesn't think cats are inherently evil. So give Bolt some credit there.
Hey, supportive friend.
Yeah. I love this. You can see the facial expressions. Like,
these cats are such douchebags.
they also painted like a little like I don't know if it's like a lighting thing, but it looks like they painted an eyebrows on the cat, and it really communicates his expressions really well. It's like a nice white shine there. Hey, a Cosmic. He doesn't give a shit.
Anyway,
It's like he has his fun and then he leaves.
So anyway, what I was trying to say is an interesting thing about calicos. Anytime we see them in these animated movies, they're either boys or they're given to males, like the name calico.
Yeah.
Like,
but
because calicos, for the most part, are females.
Yep.
And the only time where a male is a calico is when they have an extra X chromosome.
So it probably doesn't happen a lot. And now here we are.
I mean, I guess it started with Calico Jack, the pirate, so yeah.
Perhaps.
I mean, that was his choice if he wanted to take that name, and he probably didn't know at that time that calicos are pretty much female.
Yeah. I mean, the cameras are filming and recording, like, no matter what. So it's like, you can still edit together shots to make it look better if you need to. It's like...
These guys, like, all these guys must just be professional stunt people.
And then, wonk. Even the bars on the outside moved, even though they probably necessarily shouldn't have. Necessarily. And then
in case people don't know, my cat is a calico, and she's such a sweetie.
She is. And then...
It's not a breed, it's a coloring.
Yeah. Then he just got him on a... The weapon is hot. And then here we get an example of what heat vision looks like. What it looks like when we don't have all the special effects laid on top of it. Console looking like it's out of Incredibles, and then boom!
That is such a move, though, from the dog's part.
Yeah, but also, somebody fire that guy. I think he really oversold being knocked out. That was not very realistic.
Also,
Yeah.
that cat's having the time of his life just
Oh
sitting
yeah,
there.
you look at him. You can see the grin on his face. And this is the part in the trailers for this movie that they would reveal that it's just a TV show.
Oh, you're right, Squad. This is interesting to watch, considering how Miley Cyrus would try to distance herself from Disney Channel days later on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. It was a very interesting time.
Yeah. You know, Hollywood's messed up quite a few child actors and teenage actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're such a jerk. Okay, no wonder he ended up getting Hades in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, what a... I
want to show you that show, but
he,
this guy doesn't even show up till season 5 in Once Upon a Time.
well, you know. But like, yeah, his energy definitely does match. Yeah, does match that. You could definitely, yeah. And also, he looks a little like Hades, just based on his animated caricature here. Look at his little... Actually, the cat does have, like, nice stripes on him. So yeah, they probably do actually have painted stripes where his eyebrows are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And that came back to bite them.
Yeah.
Although I love the cat, how the cat was, you know... I mean, the black cat was... The black cat was, you know, coaching the new guy and how to do the job right.
Yeah. And it's like, what's really interesting about that is like, we never see them again. I think they're just there to set up like, yeah, they like taunting him, and now after a pretty heavy cliffhanger for Bolt especially.
And then they open the trailer, and that's how he gets out.
And then boom, he's gone. One might assume he is a superhero because he survives this trip.
What?
Everyone's looking for the damn dog, and like, okay, that woman back there might have been a partially reused model from Meet the Robinsons, because I could have sworn I saw her in Meet the Robinsons. In fact, the humans still have kind of a plasticky texture to them, cartoony. Even though the animals, like, in this movie look really good. We're about to meet some pigeons, and they look great. Like, you remember what Chicken Little looked like, but, like, these pigeons, they look really good. Especially for a 2008 movie, like, they're really good. What? I wonder what was in that box. Like, because Bolt wasn't the only thing in that box, right? Like, there was something else in that box before Bolt, right? Broadway. Times Square. We must be in Southwest Portland. I had a joke planned out when I saw this part of the movie come up, like when it was muted earlier, and I was gonna be say, "Look out! It's Gabriel Agreste!" Because from behind, his hair and his facial structure does kind of resemble Gabriel Agreste a little bit. And then you see him head on, he's just like a normal dude. Leap as though your life depended on it.
Oh.
Oh, it's New York.
I've only seen this
Okay.
movie like twice in its entirety.
Nickel for every time a Disney animated film with dogs had roaming the streets of New York? I want to say there's another one, but I can't think of it. I want to say there's a third one. I really do. They call it Volt in Russia because Bolt is a vulgar word. Well, Volt still works because, you know, electrical volts, so, like... In fact, having the character's name be Volt, like, in every language probably would have made it very unique. It's like, Bolt, so he's got a lightning bolt. Volt, because he's electric. It's like, that would be a little more, like, that'd be a little more thinky. Maybe more thinky than the kids would be able to get. Look at that.
Shows how touched she's with being a dog is.
No. You know, she's a real hero.
Yeah, she was trying to be nice.
She was really
she's a dog
trying to
walker,
help.
like, oh, like, okay. I mean, she
Trying to help
sees
her out.
that the dog has a collar too, so she could take him back.
Yeah. She would have totally been able to find where he's supposed to go. Like, even Mittens is able to read his tag later. We're gonna meet Mittens very soon. She's a pretty fun character.
Oh, when you somehow manage to get your head in there, but you can't get it out again?
Yeah, that
Oh,
really
nice.
sucks.
That keeps happening.
I think we've all been there at one point, or we've known someone who's been there, like, in real life, in person. We've seen this happen. To ourselves or someone else. Actually, you look at
I
the
love how they make the pigeons move, like pigeons actually move, you know?
And also with their New Yorker vibe and their colors, they kind of resemble the Good Feathers a little bit.
That's what I was about to say!
I love that. Turn and pull. The way he turns his head to the side is like
You're right, got
very
the green,
birdie.
the blue, and the pink. I mean, not the same shapes, but...
And also not the same...
Definitely
like,
feels like a reference.
the different colors also, like, is like... The green one would have been like Bobby, the big guy, like, cool it. And then the purple one was like Pesto. And then, Squid was actually gray, he wasn't blue. And this bit was in a few trailers as well. Obviously, it's cut down a little bit. I love their little bug eyes. They're so fun. I love it. And I love their little feathers, like the purple one. You can see he's a little nuttier because his feathers are a little more frazzled. It's really funny. And there you go again. Us when identifying familiar voice actors is like, oh no, I thought I knew. That must be a very New Yorker term because I've never heard it outside of this movie. Redonkulous, I've never heard it. It's like, this is a movie. It's like, even
John
like,
Travolta did a really good performance with Bolt
yeah,
here.
no, like, he really... He's a good actor. He's got range. And then she's like playing up the Godfather here. And you can hear the Italiano music. And the thing is, like I said with Bolt earlier, is like, Bolt said, Cat, you have chosen the path of evil, but the reason he thinks that Mittens works for the Green-Eyed Man is because of... Yeah.
When you realize that.
But like, I love her intimidation here. She really has got this whole mafioso racket going on.
She really BSing.
Yeah. She's really good at playing everything up. Boom! Here's lesson. Here's interesting. Dogs are kind of like red-green colorblind, so he wouldn't know whether or not her eyes are green versus the other cat's eyes being yellow. Like, he wouldn't know. So, I don't know if that was done on purpose, but it's definitely a neat little coincidence.
Oh yeah, you're right. He wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah, dogs are red-green colorblind. The brightest color they can see is like a tennis ball. That's like the most vibrant color they can pick up. And that's more yellow than anything.
Again. Hey, is he gonna get his head stuck in those bars again?
I think the bars are bigger here.
The pictures are like...
I love them. You can see there's thinner parts of the bars and thicker spaces.
Look at his head.
She's also just really good at this. Imagine he only knows that Calico has a green eye because he's been told he does. And she's really got this whole racket figured out. She knows her shit.
Man, now I want some waffles.
This movie made up a fake waffle chain and now everybody wants waffles. You definitely want waffles by the time this movie's over. Waffles. Like he would know any better.
That's awful.
Very kitschy map.
Hey, Paul Bunyan.
Yeah. Wait a minute, no, the Paul Bunyan statue is in Oregon. They totally should have put that in a different spot. Or I think it's in Northern California. Either way, that's not where you'd actually see it as a tourist destination. But like, it's a very kitschy map. I love that, like,
Enjoying too.
Yeah. And like, best food places are always in fiction. Yeah, Bueno Nacho, Waffle
Pizza
World
Planet.
is what it's called. Pizza Planet. I want to go to Pizza Planet. I want to see the animatronic alien singing show. I'm sure they have one of those.
I mean, they had a sort of Pizza Planet, but not like an actual Pizza Planet at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I mean, they just give it pizza. They don't have like the claw machines and all that.
They do have the rocket outside though, as a holdover from the Earth to the Moon. Yeah, she's not really sure what to make of it.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if we followed Mittens through all this and not Bolt. It would have been like, this guy's crazy, right?
And it also would have been a really fun movie either way, right? Like, because she's a great character. And just goes to prove that that reality and fiction aren't too far off from each other, and that trick could work on anyone. It's like, you see it on TV and you see like a high security facility guard being fooled by it, and it's like, what the fuck? But then these two, and then this schmuck sitting on the couch gets fooled by it, and it's like, yeah, no, sometimes.
And they're on the billboard, aren't they?
God. Friggin' hell. U-Haul paid great money for that placement. Anyway. And here we are. Out of the burrow and into the great wide world. Good lord. There's our water tower, Bull. We're so fucking famous. And God. You can see the mother's face is like, how tone deaf you gotta be.
That really is Greta Lyle.
Yeah.
It's her Daphne voice.
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, this guy is just an executive producer, which means he's not a bad guy. He's just evil. He's just money grubbing. That's all he. That's all he is.
Like Ohio. Well, the fact that they made it that far.
That's a bit of a stretch.
It's like 12 hours from the East Coast ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Oh, you know what she's doing.
Yep. It's like when you see the bat, like, is the point as a kid when you're like, oh, that's what she's trying to do.
What was she gonna say? A dead one?
You know, I was thinking the same thing just now. Maybe she was gonna say like a food delivery guy, like a pizza guy or something. I don't know. We never do see it though. They gotta give it to John Travolta to be able to say with a straight face, "You don't know the power of styrofoam." Again, the whole conceit of this movie really only works for as. How did you fall for that?
What?
How would there be a piano out here?
Look out! They got a piano!
Why is there a piano on my cake?
A number of things. Dropped a piano right on his head.
Yep.
Shows you what kind of life he's lived.
This is the movie that taught me the word discombobulated.
Brother taught it to me.
Just as a fun aside for, like, you know, where you.
My little brother liked to use very big words.
She doesn't even correct him.
I mean, she's a cat, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
This whole thing.
Yep. Love the way they've done that expression. So good. Aww. Just a leftover. I mean, they ate half of it, so yeah. That guy looks like he was straight out of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. John Travolta wasn't in that, was he?
I would have fed her. I love my kitties.
God, the guy that just went fucking sicko mode.
There's
threw
this
the frying
cat in our
pan.
neighborhood. There's this cat in our neighborhood, belongs to an old couple, and they always let her out. And sometimes when I'm driving to work, I'll see the cat walking behind this old guy and his dog. Like, the cat's just following the dog, and like nobody, and like the dog's not barking at the cat or anything, just, you know?
Yeah. And the movie's already been really funny. Here's our comic relief. Yeah. Via Barkus. Oh, that means he's watching the A-Team. Or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember.
Here it is, everybody.
I remember in this age when like High School Musical 3 came out,
Yeah.
and then they had a teaser and where Ryan was like, "Oh, another preview? I wanted to see High School Musical." Oh, what? You never seen it? Oh, see, there's Joy and Gabriella. It's so cute. And
I recognize this voice. Swear to God. Another story artist. He might have done another voice in something else as well, like before or after this. I mean, I guess he wouldn't have seen that episode yet, because it's not out yet. It's like this rhinoceros just knows everything going on. He was Goosey, Lucy, and Chicken Little. See, that would be it! It does sound very goosey. I was like, yeah, it's... Hold on. I can definitely hear that. Off he goes. Love his animation. And this line also got used in the trailer a lot. Are you hungry? Oh God, poor guy. Yep. Huh. Huh. Does make some sense that Rhino maybe doesn't get what a TV is fully. Obviously, she just assumed he was crazy beforehand. Which means she's
well,
never.
he is crazy,
which
but
means
there's a method to his madness.
Which means she's never seen the advertisements for the show either.
I mean, I guess she just hangs out in the alleys.
True. Keep her Godfather persona going on. Like, don't fuck with that. It's a good racket for food as far as she was going. And now she's been. Oh. Animation is so much fun. I love that when the ball gets back on the train from friction. Oh god. Also kind of bad because she's kind of attached to him. Of course. F for Mitten's mental state. Mental state! Oh, the whole kit and caboodle. Like, she's just not doing well in general. Ah, balls. Ah! Down, down, down. The music, I swear, this music is great. It really tells the story so well. That fence looking like it's almost out of Chicken Little's baseball field, except it's less crookedy cartoony. Oof. This is the
I mean, someone had to tell him.
I mean, for this to basically be like the Buzz Lightyear thing.
She's like,
it's like, this is the "you are a toy" moment where it's like, yeah, it's like, those wings are plastic. It's the mark of a makeup artist. God.
She's just enjoying this.
Yeah. And then Bolt kept barking. Because of that, the animal control finds them. You are being very loud.
Surely you'd see the collar in there.
I mean, nameless character. I love it. He found a goddamn letter. He just. I mean, he followed up. He certainly did follow up.
Again, I haven't seen this in a while. Like, whoa, he actually did get that letter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, because the real bolt was taken from the animal
and then
control
the
officer, you
clicker.
think for a second.
Like, oh my god. Like, this is the evilest thing this guy has done.
Guy, enough with the anecdotes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just...
What? What? What?
This guy... He's a bit kooky. And hello, Mindy. Good lord. And it's like every like executive producer here is like evil, because it's like they're putting their, like, yeah, it is their jobs. It's why they had her say it as opposed to the jackass. It's like you can't just hold people on their jobs for forever, you know. Something's got to give eventually.
But you know, if he had just stayed in there, the animal control guy would have seen, you know, read his license and brought him home.
That is true. That is true. She knew.
She knew. You know, she can't. I feel like the makers of this movie were fans of Animaniacs, because Mittens acts a lot like Rita.
She does have very Rita vibes. She's even got the same kind of accent. It's like after
You're not
it's
smart
like
cat. Ah, you runt. They're gonna gas us. You oaf. We'll be dead.
it's time for the big sleep. I could just hear Mittens basically going like, all right, Bolt, after this journey, I don't know you, you don't know me. I love that.
Like, I'm out of my hamster ball.
Too much power.
God, the evil squeaks.
Beautiful.
And you know, this was before all the evil guinea pigs and hamsters that suddenly came out of animation a year ago.
Yep.
No, really, because DC superhero pets and the bad guys, for some reason, had evil hamster / guinea pigs characters.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? I mean, in some cases they were brainwashed, but you know. Sick. Slick rhyme. I loved it. I love this whole bit. I also love the lighting here, where it's like it's overcast at like around sunset, and it's got like that even lit, like, you know, like gray tone, and it's perfect for the emotion of the scene as well. And
Must be truly devastating too.
there's the paint job. I gotta feel like very scared for whatever makeup artist has to like get up on Bolt when he's sleeping, clean his fur, and then repaint that Bolt. You know what I mean? It's like that bolt doesn't just stay there. You know? Yep. Yeah. What is this show?
I know.
This show is weird. Yeah. And this here is like, this is literally like, you are a toy, but like backward. Like, not even like the solemn moment between Woody and Buzz. This is like, it's like the big loud speech moment.
If you're awesome.
Yeah.
When you said that.
And again, it really paints the picture. It's like, now that he realizes everything is now that he realizes everything is fake, it's like he just leads on the idea Green Eye Man isn't real. Cats aren't in here. And so Mittens isn't evil. She's not working for a bad guy. She's literally just a hungry cat trying to make her way in the world. And the way he's just da 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 da, and that's the music in the score as well. It's just really great.
Jeez.
It is. I love animation. Have I mentioned I love animation? This is so much fun.
No. Really? I would have never guessed. Not in a million years. You loving animation. I never would have guessed. Like, it's not like you do a whole animation commentary every week or so. Sorry, I'm totally playing this up.
Love Esther here, just like, and then... That's a pretty simple gag, but I do like the gag where she's like, you know, she looks like she's taller than she is. It's like, paw over the bowl.
What?
Yeah, like, what do you think you're gonna pull right now? Your paws are even smaller than bolts.
Play.
It is kind of like that.
Sneaking the kitties.
Sneaking in.
It's a weird place about the cats, by the way.
I don't even like that.
Oh yeah, I would be shaken up because you know what sometimes happens to cats in these shelters.
It's unfortunate. It's year before Squirrel. Well, I mean, Bolton Up would have been being produced at the same time, so yeah. Huh? Ooh. What? That's gotta be gross. Oof.
Well,
Off they go. Run, run, run as fast as you can! I do love them being in like the traveling home, because them being in a house makes everything going forward feel so much more homey, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Because they chase you? Why would you... Maybe without that one thing.
Can't have a 2000s kids film without a toilet joke. Hey, at least this one was... At least... He's be awesome.
How are you doing?
They just... I think you're just feeling a draft. Yep. Uh-huh. To quote Phineas Flynn.
This reminds me of when those. This reminds me of when those timber cats were doing like those.
Yeah.
Cat things.
To quote Phineas from the Christmas special, I see why dogs enjoy this sensation. Waffle World.
I really want waffles now.
I know!
Something of the equivalent. When's the last time I made waffles?
If a hamster
Wasn't
came...
it the same guy? The same USC guy?
Oh yeah, like the U-Haul, yeah. Right? Is that what we're thinking of? Yeah, I think he is the same model. Maybe with slight alterations though, I think. It didn't look identical.
You're going the wrong direction there.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Now there's those
Wait,
U-Haul
those guys again?
Oh,
I guess they really
it may
were
have
heading
actually
for
been
California.
So
I
in
hate
other-
those trucks. They always leave dirt on your windshield.
So, in other words, if they just stayed in the U-Haul, I love the irony. More pigeons.
Those are the same pigeons but different color. Like they use the same models.
Oh yeah, easily. Different feather pattern.
Oh god.
And now we just get an
It's so
adorable
cute.
montage of them. And this is not a CG background, that's just a matte painting. It's like, oh, those are CG trees though. It's like, it's really pretty. It's really pretty the way they can get away with, like, just by
How do you
minimizing.
see the person?
Yeah.
But this is just too cute.
Yeah.
Where's my kitty cat when you need her?
I know, right?
Yarn.
it's movies like this that made me wonder, how many times do they just use a flat, painted-looking background instead of a full CG model background in some shots, just because of the needs of the movie, you know? Again!
Seriously, those guys are just... And you know,
There
this
he is
guy's
again.
tripping. This guy feels like he's tripping.
This guy. Seriously, just get back in the U-Haul. I think at that point, the guy with the soul patch would be like, hey, going our way? We're heading to California.
And look, his mark is completely washed off.
Yep.
It's symbolizing
Hey,
that he's
Bella!
a more dog.
It's Vegas! Let's not even mention the Eiffel Tower. God, why does cartoon food look so good?
Don't show me damn donuts, even if they are in the trash.
Oof.
I mean, look at how good they
Those
look
donuts
in
look
the trash.
delicious!
In the trash!
Because they didn't...
Damn it.
They didn't fuss them up.
I'm not supposed to buy any more desserts.
Ah.
Not now.
You're Jenny Lewis, the singer of the indie rock band Rilo Kiley.
I feel like I should have something to eat after this.
Well, I mean, when you got an all-you-can-eat buffet, it's like that's the.
Give me a little barrel for Rhino. I was about to say. One waffle away.
Settles for Vegas. It's a warm spot. Like, yeah, she definitely. She finally found a billboard.
Nope, that one's real.
You know, did they name drop Penny outside of the TV show? Penny might not actually be her real name. Be an interesting thing to wonder about that. Now, her name's probably actually Penny, but like, still, it's an interesting to think about. Also, Squad, if you had a nickel for every talking animal movie that had a girl named Penny, you'd have two nickels as well.
Yeah.
And like,
which is at least bigger than a penny.
Yeah. And like, yeah.
And then wondering what you did wrong. Yeah. And declaw, yes.
Yeah. Like,
do not declaw your cats. No.
You can always trim your pet's nails, but do not pull those things out. That's not nice for them.
I believe it's illegal here too.
I was wondering about the guy who plays Dr. Calico. I mean, he's probably some star from like 70s or 80s films, super old. Like, oh, you mean like in real life or like in the movies universe? Like,
I want to know who voices him anyway. Yeah,
that is an excellent question. Yeah, so it's got a great villain voice. Drive carefully, come back soon. No, I don't think it will. The show's universe? Yeah, no, I think he's probably one of like those Kelsey Grammer types, one of those like Shakespearean like fucking Juilliard trained actors. Malcolm McDowell. Oh, okay, so he might actually be Juilliard trained actor. Hang on. But like Phineas's grandpa. He's Bigfoot. He's Bigfoot. I love Malcolm McDowell. He's fun. But no, yeah.
Oh God, yeah, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, you know Malcolm. Okay, remember that Happily Ever After movie we watched?
Oh yeah, Malcolm McDowell was
He was what was his name? Lord Malice. Yeah.
the bad guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Every time I see that guy, he just has fun in whatever he's
Yeah.
whatever he's doing.
Yeah, in the universe, I see like Calico's actor as like a kind of it's like a Kelsey Grammer type. It's like big like Juilliard guy. It's like classically trained, and like just loves to relish the roles that he does. Kelsey Grammer still does Sideshow Bob like in The Simpsons, so it's like I could definitely see that being the case here. Yeah.
Oh, so apparently the veteran cat is Diedrich Bader. It's Batman.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, Kari Walgreen is Mindy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now hang on a minute. Now like cause like okay, maybe this is a different day and it's sunrise, because otherwise that sun would be setting and he would have been going the correct direction. He'd be going west. Look at that matte painting! Look at that matte painting! That was beautiful! He fucking made it. That screwy Bally Bully Hollywood. Yep.
Okay, I've met people like this at BronyCon. Oh God! Again,
Yeah.
I've met some of these people at BronyCon.
Good lord.
Yeah, go with it. Also, a little stab at their partner, Pixar.
Yeah. Even more of a stab because Eisner was like, okay, we're gonna have a great leverage for extending Pixar's contract when Finding Nemo fails. It didn't fail. So like there's like, we're gonna have such leverage renegotiating the contract when Finding Nemo fails. Sorry Disney, but not happening. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
You're really not wrong. Especially if you watched Hell of a Boss's version of it.
Oh yeah, no, nightmare.
God, this place doesn't look that much different from hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they never really dispel his fantasy here.
They kind of did.
I mean, they never have the conversation on screen.
They don't, but they do set it up here. He's just not paying attention. Not even the giant gorilla hand.
He's
No.
oh, she's like, well, that looks like something that belongs in that show, right?
I mean, she literally saw that helicopter thing, like, on the billboard that she pointed to earlier. Subtle detail, but it was on the billboard.
There it is.
There's the trailer.
This he knows.
This is home. This is home. And he finally realizes this has always been home. And come on. Like, even he knows more so than Mittens does that, like, she, like, just in the photos alone.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I remember hating this moment.
This is so... And then the music.
How does she not see him?
Oh, that chord, that note. Oh, it's so painful. You can hear his pain in the music. God. See, I haven't watched this movie in forever, and the score still sticks with me. That is the sign of a really good soundtrack there. Like, God. The backing for this movie, man.
Fluffy puppy sad face.
God.
Sad puppy face. Said I'm not making much sense. Just sad puppy face.
Sad puppy face. Sad. Just look at him.
And then he drops Mr. Carrot.
Mr. Carrot, no. Mr. Carrot died on the way back to his home planet.
What an actress she is, though. She can fake her happiness there.
Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that even though Penny was like that Miley Cyrus is significantly older than the Penny character in the movie was when she played Penny, her naturally kind of cracky voice that she has, you know, the bolt thing that her voice just naturally does, works really fucking well with a young character like this. Like it's just. It just works, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure there are quite a few safety regulations with this child here.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they got the extra. That's why I got the extra cable.
I know, but this is why they get, like...
She's probably been trained for this.
That's why they get... I know, but that's also why they get, like, short stunt people for some of these children here.
Yeah.
Like, in Once Upon a Time, which we haven't seen, but... Yeah, they're kitties. I love the kitties.
Yeah.
The way they walk. Oh yeah, I can really hear it now.
Yeah.
Mirror, mirror, on looking glass upon the wall.
And the thing is that this is also very realistic, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, when you just get a dog, like a normal dog who's trained, like, very well trained, and a good actor, too, compared to the dog that you've basically, like, groomed and trained his whole life to be the superhero, the comparison is, like, night and day. This dog doesn't know what to do in a danger situation, or even what to pretend to do in a pretend danger situation. But Bolt does. Like, even now, he knows what's real and what's fake. He could still be the actor in the show, knowing what he knows now. It's like he's never forgotten that intuition. Yeah.
Because she loves you. You're her puppy.
Yeah. You can't, like...
You're her puppy.
You can't just replace a dog. Because, like, a dog... Like, animals have, and people have emotional connections like this. It may not be super hearing, but dogs
always know.
Have a great sense of hearing.
And they always have a sense of danger too.
Yeah.
Great, and now
yeah.
At least they had that safety thing down there.
That's why that's there. And seriously, they thought that they could just make the show the same way they've been making the show the whole time when they had a completely different dog.
That guy who's been mesmerized by Rhino that whole time.
Yeah. Ooh.
He's like, actual Bolt?
Like, the real one? No, like, have you seen forest fires? Like, and also, that's a dry, hot set. Get out of
Smoke
there.
insulation.
I was like, that set
And
has got to be
smoke
so
inhalation,
hot,
too.
and it's Hollywood, it's California, so it's so dry. That fire is just, it's going. It's not gonna stop.
She knows that's him.
And then we get Bolt's, like, we get a heroic version of their theme. It's their theme. This is them.
Oh god, I'm gonna cry.
And then it breaks up. Get him out of there. The smoke insulation is a real bitch and a half. And now they're just like in it.
Yeah, she's pretty clever, ain't she?
Yeah. Because it's like, it may not have been real, but the instincts are still there. Zoomies.
And she did train that dog, so
Yeah.
yeah, the smoke inhalation would really put her out of breath there.
Yeah. Come on. Get you out of there.
Come on, super bark, super bark. Get the puppy. Oh god, jeez. Make it.
God. God.
No, Penny. You are my person. I stay with you. You are my person. Just.
He's just been.
Oh,
He's
damn
like,
it!
He's not. Like,
Every time.
yeah.
Every time you have fuzzy animals in these movies,
Tearing up right now.
and then they make the enlarged heads and the enlarged eyes, and it just makes it all the more cute. Come on, Superberg. Time to Superberg to Bolt.
Just imagine, set catches fire, and like, and then he remembers. He remembers the vent, the air vent from the house. It's like that was not useless. It wasn't just a funny thing. You can definitely blame, and you can definitely blame / thank John Lasseter for that, because he's always about those things where it's like, you don't just put something in a movie unintentionally. Like, when they had Rhino going into the air vent, like, just like, Bolt is awesome, Rhino is awesome. It's like, there was a point to it. Also, you can see the shadow from the smoke on the wall there, like it moving. It's like, that is really good. Oof. Everyone here with a smoke inhalation. My God, it's like everyone else who got out. God. They probably only did as well as they did surviving there because Bolt, like, opened the vent as well, you know?
Close enough to it.
Yeah, they were close enough to it. Bolt, like, took off the vent cover for better ventilation.
And then she sees the wag.
Yeah. Aww. I mean, they can't just go back to the lives they had before, that trailer park in Ohio or the alleys in New York. They've been through so much. And finally.
Going to hell, and you're gonna rule it. Yeah, put
Woof.
a pin in it. And never bring it up again.
Yep. Pins in. There you go.
I love the way they do this, too.
It's like... like... Hey, wait a minute, what?
This is how you put in new actors.
A lot of freckles.
And you're significantly younger, too.
Yeah. I wonder where they left off. Like, how much of the previous episodes did they salvage? You know? Because there's no way they got this dog's episodes to work all that well. Oh boy.
Wow.
And this is also Disney probably taking a stab at themselves with the whole aliens thing. Oh, everyone loves aliens, right?
And now he gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kitty, kitty. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Mom likes a cat, yeah.
Yeah.
She seems like a cat person.
You look at him. Mr. Carrot!
That makes fun. I'm sure they've earned enough money to have him set for life.
Yeah. I think everything's just been so much better and so much more normal after that whole epic journey. Always with the pigeons.
All look the same.
Yep.
Just colored differently. It's the same 3 pigeons every time.
Yeah.
Now they're a little more... I mean, given the accents, they're probably a little more in Tennessee or something like that.
Yeah. And there you are. What a cute movie. But if I was done talking about but if you thought I was done talking about the animation, I'm not done talking about the animation because there's animated end credit sequence, baby. 2D animated at that, and look at this. Freaking looking like fucking Christopher Robin's drawings in Winnie the Pooh, as it were.
Fluffies!
Look at him. Lassiter.
And here we go. We finally have them singing. Wait a minute. That looks like Tigger.
A cat playing the piano?
You know what I appreciate? The fact that Penny didn't even question that there was suddenly a cat and a hamster.
No. Now just make sure they get their shots and be nice. Be nice to him.
They beg.
Yeah. Paul Felix is the art director, and boom.
What a voice blend too, John Travolta and Miley Cyrus.
They do work pretty darn well together as a like singing duo here. It actually works really well. And this song about friendship here is just really great. And look at that. And she's back home from school.
Shows he's over his separation anxiety too.
Yeah.
That yawn.
It's so cute.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, the mom's not even thinking, this hamster's got really...
I just love the fucking... It's just... I love the animation here. It's just really good. It's just nice to see some 2D animation out of Disney for, you know, for a bit, you know?
That's the same year that WALL-E came out too, and they had like animated end credits like this.
No, they weren't fully animated, but they definitely were aesthetically similar with the flat, like, simple shapes and whatnot. I think they went through different aesthetics too, based on different things. Malcolm McDowell, James Lipton is the director. James Lipton is the director.
I need some bread and butter
again.
at least.
Yeah, right. And the Waffle World was also a fun, really cute way to like map their journey as well. It's like it added a lot of personality to the movie. And yeah, it's one of the reasons why it was always one of my favorites growing up. You know, it's just super fucking fun. It's like it's adorable. It's sweet. It's like if you already liked all the other talking animal movies, which I did, it's like this one's just another really, really good talking animal movie with a fun little journey. And I do like the Buzz Lightyear Truman Show twist on this one. You know, I do like it. It does add a different flavor when it's animals. You know, it's like it adds a little flavor when it's animals. They don't, and fluffy. It's adorable. They have to eat. Toys don't have to eat. Animals need to eat. They don't have to hide from humans necessarily. It's like it adds an entirely different flavor as well. Especially when they go so hard into like no, like he's been living on set his entire life. He really like just full force believes he's a super powered being. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious and cute and sweet and wholesome and God, it's just there's your Florida gator. You know, you'd think they would have put like the Epcot ball on the Florida side of the Waffle World map, you know, just a cute little aside.
Oh man, wait a minute! I just realized Disney putting a gator in the Florida area. Ooh, that did not age well.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about, of course, right?
I think I do know what you're talking about. There was that incident.
Yeah. That did not age well.
No. Barking at the Moon.
Yeah, good voice
and
acting
performed by Jenny Lewis. Yeah, you know,
like,
the voice acting too. Like, give some credit. Like for Miley Cyrus, like whether or not you think she's like really good in general at acting, like she's had the practice with several seasons of Hannah Montana before doing this.
Yeah, and she's got a good voice. It's not. Yeah, she does a voice in the Emperor's New School too.
That is true.
She's Yada.
She's there. Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
But like, yeah, no, it's like. It is a lot of great performances from everyone involved. Like I think your like biggest name performers would be Miley Cyrus and fucking John Travolta. They're all over the posters. But then you also have Malcolm McDowell in there playing a delightful villain, even if it's only for a brief moment and it's a story within a story. But it's like, you know, it's great.
That's the great thing about any time I ever see Malcolm McDowell, I'm like, he has fun in everything he does.
And I think that's also something you can hear.
He was. I feel like he was someone you. Okay, can I just check? Like what else did he do a voice of?
But yeah, no, like the animation, Disney's like learning the CGI stuff a lot better. Pixar is like giving them a leg up on that. By the time we get back to Tangled, we're gonna actually see them employ some proper squash and stretch. Never know Smiley Cyrus played Penny until an hour ago. No, we're not there yet, but like, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing how they, you know, really implement that squash and stretch. They really figured it out, like with Chicken Little, and then continued to use it in Meet the Robinsons, and it's like, I can't wait for them to bring it back and actually use it in effective ways.
I didn't even realize that Malcolm McDowell is Grandpa Fletcher in Phineas and Ferb. Ferb's
grandpa.
The British one.
The British one. Is a little hamster. Out of the wheel.
Like my turn.
Alright, mine team. Miley Cyrus was almost Mavis Dracula. I'm glad they gave it to Selena Gomez. I think that character suits her a lot better.
Well, the reason they gave it, they got rid of Miley Cyrus because there was some nudes of her got out.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's the story behind that.
Selena Gomez for the win, I guess. Oh, and then on here I have the Rhino short. Like Rhino Saves the Day short. Anyway, but that's not what we're here for. So that was Bull. What a cute movie. What adorable animals. Mittens was a sassy New Yorker. I liked her vibes. Her story is really upsetting. It's like is like, and you really see like, yeah, like my honey bunny said, like the way she was bullshitting the pigeon. It's like, yeah, you know, they really set everything up really well, and they really, you know, for all intents and purposes, it's really good. It's really good. It's fun. It's fun. I mean, significantly, I significantly have more to talk about with this movie than Home on the Range, and it's much better than Chicken Little. I wouldn't say that this movie was necessarily funnier, but definitely a lot of the jokes were better than in Chicken Little.
It's definitely more heartwarming.
Yes.
Like like I haven't seen this movie in ages, and then I cried when Penny and Bolt were reunited.
I know. I kind of cried when she. I kind of cried when she met when Bolt thought she was running toward him, and then it was the stunt dog. Ah. John Travolta, yeah, like you said, honey. Like Malcolm McDowell always has fun in everything he's in. Everyone in this movie had fun with this. Like you can hear John Travolta. He literally like played into the so I basically don't know what's real. Okay, and I'm gonna play into that so hard. It's like. He's fun. He's fun. And he really understood the assignment. He knew that the joke would only be funny if he played every line of dialogue dead straight. And that's why it works so well. Because it's like, he's not doing it super cartoony. He's literally playing it like he believes what he's saying.
I love John Travolta as an actor. I hate Grease, but I love John Travolta.
Yeah. Grease is only one of his movies. I still have to watch Face Off. That movie's like super funny. I gotta watch that one. Too bad he wasn't one of the actors that got back from Once Upon a Studio. I don't even think that Bolt had a speaking role. I think he just like showed up. Like Bowlerhead guy, he just showed up.
Hamster showed up too, and I think they might have used some recycled dialogue.
You know, maybe archival footage and all that. No? Yeah. I mean, some of the characters didn't get speaking roles. We didn't get anything from the Horn King. He didn't say anything.
I mean, come on, like,
but like,
be realistic. Be realistic.
Be realistic about it. Yeah. They probably called everyone they could call and said like, okay, so let's,
like, let's see who we have available, and then we'll work it out.
Oh yeah, because in the Rhino short, yeah, that's right, Cosmic, because in the Rhino short, it goes super silly, and like at the end of his little dream sequence, after he saves the day, he gets up and does a concert and sings The Best of Both Worlds. That is, yeah. That's very silly.
Don't remember watching that.
It's very short. It's very silly. I'm sure you probably find it on Disney Plus in the extras menu for this movie, or if you're on DVD or Blu-ray, it's in the extras menu of that. It's a cute little short. I recommend it. It's just cute and silly, and it has a nice.
I don't have much to say on this. It's not one of my favorites. I mean, I don't hate it. I just haven't watched it a lot of times.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was one of my. It's one of my favorites either, but I definitely like it. Like I definitely say. This is a good movie. If the family wanted to put it on, or if the kids wanted to put it on, it'd be like, yeah, no, go ahead. It's fun.
But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot more to say on the movie next week.
Yes, not too coincidental. Closing out Black History Month with Disney's first African American princess, and
protagonist period.
True.
At least animated wise.
Yeah, from an animated standpoint, the first, and that's why I say first Black princess, because like, yeah, no, that's just the, yeah, that's the whole 9 yards with that one. So, until next time, thank y'all so much for joining us. If you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, remember to take care, stay safe, and be kind in all that you do. Good night, everybody.